Plunder Patroll is a deck that benefits from sending cards to the grave from hand and summons their extra deck monsters based on opponent's monster attributes. First up is 3 Whitebeard. If sent from hand or monster zone to grave, you can special a Plunder monster from deck, and during opponent's turn, can special a Plunder extra deck monster based on opponent's monster's attribute. 3 Blackeyes. Can target a Plunder Patrol monster in grave and special this and add the card to hand, and if sent to grave from hand or field, can special a Plunder Patrol monster in the spell and trap zone. 3 Bluebeard. If you control Plunder Patrol monster, you can special this from hand and can discard one to draw one if sent to grave from hand or field. 3 Goldenhair. Can send a Plunder Patrol monster from hand or field to grave to special this from hand, and also can discard one to special itself from grave. 2 Redbeard. During opponent's turn, can special a Plunder Patrol extra deck monster based on their monster's attributes, and if sent to grave from hand or field, can equip itself to a Plunder Patrol monster. 3 Dipsea Fiend. Can discard a card and declare an attribute and special this to either field, and can special a low-level fiend from hand or grave if special to opponent's field. 3 Water Enchantress. Main effect is can banish itself from grave or hand and add a Rite of Aramesir from deck or grave. 1 Wandering Gryphon Rider. Can shuffle this card into deck from field if you control a token to negate and destroy something. 3 Droll, 2 Ghost Mourner, and 2 Ghost Ogre for hand traps. 3 Rite of Aramesir. Specials an adventure token and puts a Fateful Adventure from deck into the spell and trap zone. 1 Fateful Adventure. Can add a monster that mentions adventure token, but you send a card from hand to grave. And if a monster is summoned, you can add an equip spell that mentions adventure token. 1 Dracoback. If equipped by a non-effect monster, you can return an opponent's card to hand. 3 Shipyard. Can discard one to add a Plunder Patrol card from deck. 1 Terraforming to search the field spell. 1 Emblem of the Plunder Patrol. Can send this equip card to grave to special a Plunder extra deck monster with an attribute that was on field and equip the equipped monster to it. 1 Foolish Burial. Send a monster from deck to grave. 1 Called by the Grave to stop a hand trap. And for the extra, 3 Blackbeard. Quick effect to target your effect monster and special a Plunder extra deck monster with the same attribute as opponent's monster and equip that target to it and draw a card. 2 Liz. If opponent activates a monster effect, can discard a Plunder card to negate and destroy it. 2 Bran. Can discard a Plunder card to banish an opponent's spell or trap and then add a Plunder monster from deck. 1 Jord. Can add a Plunder card from deck if opponent special summons, and can target a Plunder card in grave, add it to hand, and put this in the Pendulum Zone. And then its Pendulum effect is can declare an attribute, special a Plunder Patrol token to each side with the attribute, and return this to the extra deck. 2 Mourner. Discards a Plunder card to banish an opponent's effect monster, then add a Plunder spell or trap from deck. 1 Groza. Tyrant of Thunder. During opponent's main phase, can discard one to negate a monster for a turn. 1 Almirage. To get some monsters into the grave. 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven. Can target a face-up monster this points to and can use it for a link summon of a link 5. 1 Underworld Goddess. Can negate something that would special from grave and can use an opponent's monster for its summon. And 1 Necroquip Princess. Summoned by sending a monster equipped with another monster and a fiend monster. And if a monster is sent to grave from hand, you get to draw a card. And that's the deck at about $21. It is still pretty interesting how their effects depend on the attributes of opponent's monsters.